Hi, folks. We're here at the 2024 Sheriff Cocchi Picnic. This is the Mosh-pit of Politics right here. And I've got with us Springfield's own Senator Adam Gomez, also a little chunk of Chicopee. We don't want to forget Chicopee as well.
Absolutely.
Senator, thanks for sitting down today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so supposedly this is the slow time of year for the legislature because they're not in session. But I know you're out there delivering earmarks and doing stuff like that. So what's going on?
Well, just this past month, the legislature was able to pass after informal maternal health bill. That's really important, especially with communities' colors of making sure that women have access to all types of maternal health care. We were able to accomplish that. Today, we were able, in partnership with Representative Carlos Gonzalez, we were able to secure $75,000 in the budget for the community music school. And myself, growing up in the North End, where the community music school first started in the walls of, or in the tunnels, I would say, of Harena School.
Oh, yeah.
And then seeing where it's at now in the footprint, you know, on a regional level, the partnerships they've been able to create, and for free classes for these individuals that go to these schools, especially when it comes to the arts and humanities. That's something that is super important in my life, that I think that all children should have access to. So community music school, ran by Eileen and Vanessa Ford, they're just doing a magnificent job over there, and honestly, folks should just stop by and just get involved with what they're doing.
Now, I know that you've got a lot of legislation pending that wasn't finalized when the break came. Have you guys got a date for to return to Boston as yet? Has that been set?
Well, usually we don't return to Boston in case we have to, and obviously Governor Maura Healey wants to see the economic development bond bill happen. Both sides of leadership from the House and the Senate has said, if necessary, if we can come out of conference with something palatable that both sides can agree on, we can put on the governor's desk. I think that we're going to see us coming in, even if it's for an emergency session, to get this piece of legislation done. Especially for Western Massachusetts, which I've been able to lead with the rest of the delegation on the Senate side when it comes to quantum physics, and also some farm economic development things that we're working on with UMass Amherst and with the EDC here, the regional EDC. So we're really, have some other pieces of legislation that are in there, but that's kind of the big thing for me, is to make sure that Western Mass, what was invested into the bill, specifically in language, is adopted, so then we can make sure that economic development is paramount when it comes to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Western Mass, because we know that for many, many years we pay our fair share of taxes, but essentially what ends up happening is that Eastern Mass swallows up a lot of the resources. And that's why, since I've been there, we've been able to be gainful working with the House members to be able to bring back the bacon, as they say, and making sure that we're investing into the community as best as possible during post-COVID, which we know that we have exacerbated a lot of industries, let it be healthcare, small business, let it be even education, that took a windfall, especially when it comes to job creation and also sustainability in the workforce.
Okay, one last question here, so you can actually go out and enjoy the picnic. You're running for re-election.
Yep.
What are people telling you as you are meeting constituents? What are their concerns that they're bringing forward to you?
One of the biggest things right now is that which is on the ballot is rent stabilization. With inflation rates, people are a hospital ride away from putting food on the table or necessarily paying the rent. And though these bills are getting out of control, the food is getting extremely expensive. We know putting fuel in the car, and we're dealing still with stagnant wages. And it's funny that we were able to accomplish $15 an hour, but with the economy where it's at and the inflation, now we're looking at that a living wage is somewhere around $20 an hour. So there's a lot of conversation on how can we help our communities stay in the communities that they were born and raised in, and to make sure that they're not being outpriced from outsiders too, specifically that are just swallowing up a lot of these properties, where we want to make sure that people are, when available, can buy a home in the city that they live in and grew up in that they love.
Great. Thank you, as always.
you.
Appreciate talking to you.
Thank you so much for the time. You guys take care. Enjoy the rest of the picnic or the cookout.